99% of new players are doing this wrong. Today, I'm going to teach you what you need to know in order to stop looking like a noob and start playing like a pro inside of CS2. A lot of us inside of this game don't understand timings, and we don't realize when we need to have our gun out, when we should have our knife out, what's going on around the map, and just understanding when enemies can be where they can be. So I'm going to help clear some of that up today. I'm going to get you looking like a much better player so that you can start to expand, start to rank up, and grow your Counter-Strike 2 abilities. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So guys, the thing that I see players struggling with is not realizing these timings, right? A lot of players, when they leave spawn, what are they doing? One, they're messing around, they're bumping into walls and just not knowing what they want to do. And then, oh, okay, now I'm going to cross stairs and go here. Why was this so bad? Because you spent so much time bumping into the walls here, maybe buying a gun and spawn. You weren't fast out of spawn. Guys, you should always have your weapons and what you need to have before that timer runs out, because if you're not moving as that timer runs out, you're trolling, right? So they sit here and they cross late, and that's so bad because, guys, you gave up that timing. If somebody was trying to come out ramp or go for this pick while you're bumping around, messing around, they're literally out here as you're crossing triple, right? But if we were to just run out of spawn as the timer goes up, not bump anything, come through here, they are not able to hit us. The only way that they would even possibly be able to kill us is if they go for a ramp boost right here, which can happen, but at lower levels, you never have to worry about that, right? And that is so important. One, we need to get out of spawn. We need to take our timing right away. And that leads into the even more crucial and the more vital thing that we are going to talk about after I give you a message relating to Counter-Strike 2 skins.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, SkinsMonkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, KOJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
What we've talked about is extremely, important, something that it's very detrimental if you do it incorrectly, right? We got to get out of spawn. We got to know our plan. We got to know what we're doing. But what I see players actually trolling in a way that they don't even realize that they're trolling, and something we can get much better at, is they don't know the timings. What are they doing? They're coming out of spawn here, and they're coming to A, and they're looking at A ramp like this, right? And they're like so set on someone running out. Guys, when you're coming out of spawn, realize that for the T's, they have to run all the way from this area over here to get out ramp. We don't need to have our gun out until we are in that danger zone, right? In that danger threat. And one way that we can understand these timings is you can literally just get into a server, get the best spawn here, like say we're over here, and okay, we went at 16, right? Let's see how long it takes us to get to A ramp with perfect space. And knife out, right? Boom. With knife out, it takes us about 7 seconds, right? 7 seconds to get at ramp. The CT spawn is so much closer, and it's not going to take us as long. You're trolling yourself by having your gun out here, and a lot of players don't realize this because they're like, well, I'm just ready. I'm ready for them. Guys, it's so much more beneficial, right, to use our utility to also expand on that timing. The reason you see people molly A ramp is, one, to prevent the rush that comes out, right? To prevent people from rushing, but it's also to allow them to expand that timing even more and get into even better spots, right? We want to get under palace here. We want to get in this position. We want to get close ramp in apex position, or do these things without necessarily having to worry about people sprinting out, without worrying about people doing that. Too many of us, whatever position we're playing, we'll go to B for a second here. We get to B site, right? And we're sitting here ready for them right now, right? We're sitting here ready. Guys, they can't be here. You're so much better off getting into a better position and understanding what is open and what's not. But I see players doing that wrong, and it really hinders them from getting into solid positions, and they start to trick themselves into thinking they have to play super passively because they're like, I don't want to get ran out on. I don't know when they can be here. I don't know what can happen. And guys, if you're not understanding that, it's really going to hurt you because you're not going to be able to take advantage of timings. Now, another mistake that I see players making is actually the complete opposite of that. They don't know the timings, so they're giving so much info that they don't even realize the other team is hearing. I'll use T side as an example. Say we're T side, we want to go through palace here. Players don't know when they're making noise, what's up, and they might be running up through here and then stopping like this. guys, if you're walking all the way up here, it doesn't matter, because like if the CTs were already playing close, like default anywhere in this area, actually, they're gonna hear you, right? And sure, it's not the end of the world if they hear somebody in here, but say your strat was to 5-man out palace or something, right? And now you're walking up here. This guy's like, dude, I heard guys in palace early. I heard 2 guys in palace early. He's gonna throw a molly, or he's gonna tell his teammates, hey, watch palace, do this, right? And your lives are gonna be so much harder. The OG example on this map is on T side, when we're running through apps here, like on a B pop, like where we just want to contact it, and there's the player that runs all the way up here. Guys, the cat player heard all of that, right? The cat player sitting here and going, hey man, I hear them in apps. So all of this just comes down to a lack of understanding of the timings, and it genuinely, like, as a new player, the beautiful thing is the beginning of the rounds will never change as far as like what timings are open, unless Valve just literally changes the map, right? Mid-round timings are so difficult because that's like a chess game. It's like, where did they start their pieces? Do they start someone in palace? Well, okay, yeah, then of course he's going to hear someone rotating default. But if you think nobody's in palace and ramp, you can run here because you know that nobody's going to hear you, right? So the mid-round and late round is like a chess game, but the early round, that really is very choreographed, very simple, very easy to understand. And you can really take advantage of that by, you know, also faking out timings, doing all that kind of stuff. But a lot of times we're not listening, right? We're not listening. We don't understand what noise we're giving up. And we might be like, dude, I'm so unlucky. They keep stacking the bomb site I'm going to. Like, what they're cheating. They must be cheating. Guys, they're not cheating. They're just using their ears and understanding, hey, these people are here. They're doing this. And the way I want you to do this at a next level, and a lot of times you might have been actually someone who's been like suffered from a player doing this to you, is like, if you're a B player and your cat guy's like, bro, I hear lots in apps. Okay, they went quiet. They just went quiet. Dude, throw your molly, right? Boom, throw your molly. And what's the point of that? All the T's are gonna sit here and wait for that molly. They're just gonna sit here. The molly comes in. Oh, guys, watch out. So they're gonna congregate around the kitchen area here. They're gonna congregate outside of here. And what does that open up you to do? As soon as your molly is fading, like as soon as it's going away, dude, chuck an HE at that same exact area, because what are they doing? They're waiting for the molly. The molly's gone. They're coming in here. Boom, easy 50 damage on like 3 different guys, right? You'll see players do this all the time. Like I said with the palace example, you know, someone might react by throwing stuff, right? Also, like if I hear like 3 guys in palace, I might just flash into ramp myself or something, or just take a risk and like walk in here and, okay, ramp's clean. And now I'm playing from inside ramp and they're all going out palace, right? It might be a 5-man palace pop. And now they have no clue, especially if I went in dry and I didn't like tell everyone I was going in there. Now I'm in ramp, they're all coming out palace, and I can just sit here from this crazy position and kill anybody that's going towards spawn. It's just so good to react like this. And again, guys, a lot of times you might be like, dude, how did they just have such a read on us? They know what we're doing all the time. It's because they're taking advantage of the timings that you're telling them are there, right? Like I mentioned earlier, if nobody's ramp, you don't have to worry about any of these timings, right? Like nobody is here, so we can walk in, we can have our knife out, right? But in a normal round, is it good to walk into ramp with our knife out? Heck no, it's awful, right? It's awful. But if we hear all of them in palace, of course we can do that. You know, same thing with any position. Like if we hear our teammates being like, dude, they're rushing B, I might, as the window player, be able to just jump out into cat here and easily rotate to B like this and start farming them. Boom. Now there's 3 guys on B. Now there's more people. This is how we need to play CS. Understanding these early timings, understanding what info we're giving and where it's at is huge, because we're not going to be able to grow and get better if we're just choreographing everything. If we're, you know, playing too passive because we're scared of these timings, don't be scared of them. Start to learn them and abuse them yourself. So appreciate every single one of you guys. Hopefully you learned something new today. If you want to help me, hit the subscribe button and check out all the other tips, tricks on my channel. I have literally hundreds, maybe 500 plus videos at this point, teaching you how to get better at Counter-Strike. I love this game and I hope you guys do as much. So appreciate every single one of you guys. I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace out. Peace out.